Ow.
Alright guys, got a back to basics video for you this time. Gonna change some oil. I know a lot of people out there don't know how to change their own oil. It is what it is. Long gone are the times of people learning how to work on their cars and all that stuff, but we're just gonna do this now. So quick story, I used to get this. I used to just say I'll just do one of those quick change oil places just to pay it and save me the time doing it. And then I remembered after it happened, but the quick change oil places, their level of competence is the very bottom level of competence, or completely and utterly gross incompetence altogether. So if you look here, it's a fairly clean new oil pan. I had to get a new oil pan because the guy that was underneath the car putting back in the drain plug cross-threaded it. Okay, so I was leaking oil all over the place. They pay for it obviously to get a new oil pan put in, but that's what happens. So I'm just going to start doing it my own self, even though I don't want to waste time.
Dad, can I have a chair?
Yes, you can have a chair. Go grab a chair right over there. As you can see, I have a helper helping me this time, so he's going to know how to change some oil and not fall into the same trap as other people. But what we're going to use here is oil filter, canister filter, part number, and just need 530 full synthetic for these cars. Okay, so first things first, I just got it jacked up a little bit over there. You'll need a torque wrench. Yes, no, that's a cot thing, just you can sit on it though, so bear with me. I'll need a ratchet, need various extensions or whatever. I think on your stock drain plug. Sorry. Yes, buddy. Can you hand me a ratchet since we're talking about it? All right, thank you very much. Okay. All right, on your stock oil pan, it should be a 10mm drain plug. Since this is a replacement pan, it's got a 17mm on mine. Which way are we going here? Okay. So, first things first, get your drain plug or your ratchet all ready. Okay, hang on a second here. I'm gonna put it right there. Easier than trying to hold with one hand and do whatever else. So you break it free. Make sure you got a oil pan or drain catch pan sitting right there to catch the oil. And do not, when you go to prop this open first, do not make sure you do not, take the filler cap off at the top of the engine right now while you do this. That way it controls the amount of oil flow. Got that out of the way. Just gotta let it sit there and drain out. You can see it running out right now. Get my rag.
Here's your rag.
I got a rag, buddy. Thank you.
Oh.
Remember, that is the torque wrench. Try not to drop that around, okay? Okay, that's draining now. The pan's directly underneath it, we'll catch it. So now I can come up here and I can open the filler cap, have it drain out faster. Try to keep this from getting too dirty. Oh, my helper today is the same one that broke my tripod last time. Okay, so as that drains out, Now we're going to take, can I have the extension, bud?
Here you go.
Thank you. Okay. So now we're going to come over here.
And the oil is empty.
Now the oil's emptying out right now, buddy. It's not totally empty. We're going to come around right here, underneath your charge pipe, and underneath your O2 wire, you have the canister filter top here. I have a rag set underneath it because when we take it out, it is going to leak all over the place. That is a 24 millimeter. So I will take that and break it free. Let me see if I can set it right here so you can see. One-handed. Trying to do this stuff one-handed is not the best. All right, there we go. So we just twist this out. Like I said, it will spill oil all over you as it comes out because it is, you know, going downward. So let me set this over here as I pull this out.
Dad,
Yeah, buddy.
the oil tank is almost empty.
Yeah, buddy. The engine block, is what you call it, is almost empty.
Yeah, the engine block.
Engine block. Okay. All right. There you see, funky oil filter. So we're gonna pop that out. That's really funky. All right. But I hope I didn't get you in the video. I'm gonna have to edit you out. So I will take and pull this filter out. I'm just gonna just take it over a trash. Excuse me, buddy. Okay, so the filter just pops out of the lid. It just kind of snaps in there. I got a ton of oil still sitting in the cap, which I'll dump in to the drain pan when that is all done, 100% draining. And the torque spec on the drain plug down at the bottom is 10 foot-pounds. Okay, the torque spec on the cap here, it tells you on the cap, is 25 newton meters, but if you're like me and prefer to work in freedom units, you can go with 18 foot-pounds. Okay, so I'm letting this oil drain out the rest of the way, and then I'll be right back, and then we'll go about the process of changing this out, including the O-ring on it. Okay, be right back.
Here you go.
Thank you. Okay. Oil's drained out. Oil.
Oh, drain now.
Yep. Oil drain plug bolt is in there. I'm tightening it up. So make sure if ever you're threading in any sort of bolt, okay, it should thread in pretty resistance free. If you start feeling resistance, stop what you're doing, back it out, and try again to make sure you don't cross thread it. There some things that gets cross threaded can be fixed, some things can't. Okay, so be smart about it. Is my hand over the speaker the whole time? That may have been muffled, everything I said, hopefully not. But now I'm going to torque this down to 10 foot-pounds, and then I'm going to move this out of the way, drop the car down, move back up top. Well, actually I'm going to show you how to change out that O-ring on the oil filter housing. Again, my broken tripod. So here you have the oil filter housing cap here. Right here, you'll see a notch. Hey bud, can you stop with the things? You'll need either a small screwdriver or a pick right here in the notch. Pull it and just pry up and pull this old O-ring out. Easier said than done. Alright, it's out. So just like any sort of other oil filter where it's a canister style as opposed to a cartridge filter, you won't have to replace an O-ring on it, but you will need to, I just rolled that O-ring down into the thing. What you will need to do before you go to put this back together is take a bit of your new oil. Take a little new oil, put it all the way around the ring on the seal, so it doesn't get pinched and twisted and or broken while tightening this down. Okay, so your new filter, you just take right here, just push it in, and it snaps into the cap right like that. And now we take it, we go back up top and we slide it back in to the oil cooler, the filter housing, which is connected to the oil cooler if you didn't know. So, back up top. So here, you may want to take one of your rags, wipe off the rim inside. So, goes back in here over stem, push it in here, twist it down. I'm just twisting it by hand as it gets through here. And once it kind of bottoms out here, gonna get my torque wrench. And I let my neighbor borrow my full-size torque wrench, and of course, still has it. So, I'm using my quarter drive and just converting up. So this would be 18 foot-pounds, which is 216 inch-pounds, or 25 Newton meters. Yeah. Alright, and we're tight. Okay. Clean this all up. Depending on how good you were about controlling the spills at the beginning, it will determine how much oil got spilled and will be burned off on your exhaust. I need to get a funnel. So I have my funnel there. I'm trying to get the best position as possible here. Funnel right there. It takes 4 1/4 quarts. I'm using a 5-quart thing for now, buddy. I use 5-quart thing, so I'm gonna dump in slowly and try and stop it around 4-ish. And then just take your time, don't overfill it. You don't want to be under full or over full. Too much oil causes too much pressure to build up in the engine and can blow out seals. It's just as bad as being under full, honestly. Spilling oil.
Woo!
Totally got oil all over the exhaust manifold, or the cat, so that's going to burn off nicely. How's the look on the camera there, bud? Look good through the screen? Alright, cool.
Still good.
Still good, buddy.
The fingers is still good.
Okay. It's hard trying to see through the measuring thing on the jug here. Okay, now we're at pretty much just hopefully looking like right at 4 1/4. So I'll close this filler cap up. Clean off the dipstick. Alright, so now I'm just going to let this kind of drop down there, dog. Start the car up, let it warm up a bit, then turn it off, let it sit for just a few, and I'll check that level again. The level should drop down as opposed to what it's showing right now. It should be in the middle of the dipstick operating temperature, because it has to be, the oil has to be sucked up and run through all the various orifices in the engine. So yeah, I mean, that's it. That's everything you need to change your oil on the car. I know it's not a super exciting video. It's a little bit difficult trying to film one-handed, but I do have a helper who wasn't terribly bad. So yeah, that's how you change the oil on the Cruze. Make sure you don't have any leaks. Obviously check, make sure it's not blowing out pressure that you pinched your seal over here. Make sure that's not leaking out past your drain plug in the oil pan, and other than that, I mean, that's how you do it. Alright guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I will see you next time. Don't touch it.
That's so junky.
It is.
We need to buy another.
I do have another one right there. There's a new one.
Ah. Let me see what it's like.
So this is what a new one looks like.
Better.
Much better, right?
That's a better oil chuck.